My name is Johan Lee Meyer. I'm from South Surrey and I've lived here my whole life. Growing up I was a pretty eccentric kid. I loved expressing myself in every which way. You know, I'd build Lego towers and make up stories, and I'd read and I'd write, I'd draw and I'd paint. That joy for expression inevitably led me to love this music and love this instrument. Growing up, I also played piano and drums, and then I switched to trumpet in high school because I saw some kids play and I thought they looked really cool. And that's also where I met my bandmates. We all went to the same high school, and they're a joy to play with. I love these guys, and I can't wait to show you what we have prepared.
Hi, my name is Stushuk. I'm 19 years old and have a background in jazz and classical piano. I was raised here in South Surrey and started playing piano around the age of 6. Even though I started at a young age, I didn't become interested in music until I began high school at Elgin Park Secondary, where I made friends that introduced me to classic rock bands like Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, and jazz musicians like Miles Davis. And it was around that time that I also joined the junior jazz band as a drummer, an instrument that I started learning about a year prior. I resided in that position for 3 years until someone introduced Brad Meldau's music to me. He's an American jazz pianist that inspired me to focus solely on piano. And with that, I transferred to Semiahmoo Secondary at the start of my grade 11 year, where I was lucky enough to have the privilege of joining the school's critically acclaimed jazz program as their senior jazz pianist, even though up to that point in my musical development, I'd had no experience with jazz or improvisation. And it was there that I befriended Josh and Johan, who to this day have musicianship that I find to be ardent and erudite, and who both hold a philosophy regarding their musical development that is congenial with my own. Now, I'm currently taking some time off from school due to COVID-19, after having spent the last year at Capilano University's jazz program in North Vancouver, with the intent of transferring to McGill University in Montreal. Thanks, I hope you enjoy your performance.
Hello there, I'm Josh. I'm a bassist that will be featured in some of these upcoming online performances, and I understand some of you may have a few questions about me, so I'm recording this to clarify some of them. First question is, what was my childhood like, and where did I grow up, and what was it like? Well, I grew up in a normal-sized suburban family. A lot of my childhood involved a lot of moving around, so as a result, I've lived in Surrey, Langley, Abbotsford, and now I've come back to Surrey. What kind of art/music was I exposed to growing up? Growing up, I heard a lot of classic rock that my dad would be listening to. What is jazz all about, and what does it mean to me? Jazz, or really music in general, is about putting physical, social, and political differences aside to produce a great form of art that will last forever. When did I start playing and creating music, and why? I started playing guitar when I was roughly 11 or 12. About a year later, I started playing electric bass in my elementary school band under the direction of Susan Hagen. In high school, I learned to play contrabass, and then I started studying jazz and classical music. What was the first piece of music or art that blew my mind? For me, that'd probably be Portrait of Tracy by Jaco Pastorius. How has my art evolved over the years from where I started to where I am now? Well, if you're referring to my own personal prowess, then I'd say that my technique has improved significantly. How do we all meet each other, and how do we become friends? Why did you start working together? Well, we all met in high school a few years ago. We started working together because we were all able to recognize each other's talent and dedication. Dream collaboration, who would I love to work with? Some of my dream collaborations would probably include doing a bass duet with either Christian McBride or Victor Wooten. That's about all, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next few weeks.